All you gotta do is buy a sailboat, guys. It's this easy.
Whale! So close, huh? It's right there.
This is the warmest sailing conditions I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Finally got a fish, people. Oh, daddy.
Okay, so change of plan, folks.
You know, when you're in an emergency, you're in an emergency. As you can see, we lost the spreader. Suffice to say, we're not sailing straight to Mexico.
Hi, my name is Kenna, and this is Jay. We live aboard our Choi Lee Offshore 41. Her name is Sitka. Currently, we are sailing and exploring our beautiful home here on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. I'm new to sailing, but I'm learning and loving it more and more each day. Jay, on the other hand, was born a salty sailor. As he takes me under his wing to get ready to sail around the world, join us on our adventure of falling in love with the beauty of life and the wonders of each other. Welcome to the story of us, and welcome to Sailing Sitka.
Morning of day 3 offshore. Kenna's feeling a lot better.
Hi, everyone.
She even said she wanted a tea this morning.
I'm feeling a lot better. To all of the sailors that told me it took 3 days, it's literally day 3. And I woke up and I felt like it was actually just normal life, except for you're just constantly moving.
Yeah, and Sitka bit you yesterday, didn't she?
Yeah, I was getting up to go use the head and I completely forgot like we were actually at sea, and I just got up like normally without like bracing myself, and then I just whammed my hip into the side of Sitka, but all is well.
Harry, how's day 3 treating you?
This is why people go to sea. Isn't it serene?
Yeah, it's very serene and nice. These conditions are really calm. We're about to cross the imaginary line here between Washington State and Oregon. And yeah, we're at longitude 127 and 12 minutes. So we're fair distance from shore.
When they say fair winds and following seas, it is these exact conditions.
Literally. Yeah, I think we picked a good window. We'll touch wood, and hopefully it stays like that until we pass Cape Mendocino, and then if we're really lucky, all the way past Point Conception. So, all right, coffee time, people.
Hi everyone. I'm actually feeling well enough to make myself some oatmeal, which is a good idea because I haven't been eating much. I was living off saltines and ginger ale for the most part. So yeah, I'm gonna make myself some oatmeal. So for the first 3 days, I experienced the most seasickness I've ever experienced in my life.
It's so sunny out. I'm wearing a Tilly hat. You'll never see me with this unless it's so hot. It's crazy. I'm not complaining. This is awesome. Like t-shirts and shorts, and it's like early morning on day 3. We're just off the northern tip of the Oregon coast here. We're still at 127 longitude, so we're quite far offshore, which is nice. Gives us a safe distance from our good old friend Cape Blanco and Cape Mendocino. And yeah. Yeah, dolphins are chasing fish for sure. Yeah, there's a pod coming. They're coming right at us. That first one was a spotter. He's like, yeah, it's safe to go, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Is it out shooting?
Bring the squad. Bring the squad. We're
You know
like,
what's crazy? This is the warmest sailing conditions I've ever experienced in my entire life.
yeah,
I've been sailing like
in the summer for 2 summers.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's end of September. And we're like over 100 miles offshore.
We are on the Iridium Go sat phone and we are all contacting our mothers, telling them we are safe.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, what did my mom send to me?
So,
Harry's mom sent a weird message.
wait a minute.
I'm proud of her for being able to figure out how to operate a cell phone.
So Harry's mom said, "Good to hear you are safe. Just keep an eye on the weather ahead. Sounds pretty bad. Beautiful whale. Just try to hook them. So have a big feast. Haha." Hashtag 02. I think those are emojis that just don't come up on a sat phone. That's cute though.
My mom knows how to send emojis.
But it's pretty cool that we can actually contact people. It's my dad's birthday today. Happy birthday, Dad, when you watch this like a month later. And it was really cool. I actually called them. It was so hard to hear and it lagged pretty bad, but it actually worked and we actually were able to exchange some words. So that's pretty cool because we're in the middle of the ocean right now.
All right, we only got 7 knots of wind, but with a full Jenny, full main, mizzen up, Wilfred steering, we're doing like 4 knots and the wind keep picking up. Dude, this is like champagne sailing, people. I was not expecting that for the coast of Oregon, but I ain't complaining. Last time I sailed this coast in 2015 on my previous boat, it was a 30-foot Rawson 30. And we were in a 4-day gale and ended up getting a full knockdown, breaking a porthole. Everything was wet inside, outside. Lost the engine, lost all our electrical power. Knock on wood that this trip stays this way because this is amazing. Kenna's feeling a lot better. One of her dreams almost came true. A bird almost tried to land on the boat. She wants to make a bird friend.
And then Jay yelled it away.
Yeah, I yelled it away because they're trying to land on her antennas there and our wind decks at the top of the main mast.
How'd you shave at sea? How did you shave? When did you do
And
that?
I've shaved at sea for the last 12 years of my life.
How did you do that?
I just, the rest of your water that you use for your oatmeal there from the kettle, there's enough to fill a little jar. And then I just used like the water in there to shave.
That's crazy.
Felt great.
I can barely walk. I don't know how you shave.
Gotta get those sea legs. Harry's trying to find a mermaid. If there's any mermaids out there, contact 1-800 Harry Hall. Oh, people! We're too shit flying the drone to fly it out here, but we're trying to give you a drone perspective using our boat hook. So look at this, calm conditions. Woo! Look at this. Woo! I was gonna cook the crew. Nice Alfredo type carbonara meal with some bacon. Now that my love's getting hungry again, no longer seasick. So yeah, nice little crew meal here for dinner. And then I'm going on watch. Whoop whoop.
I haven't showered in
5.
5?
Well, didn't you say
Yeah.
you didn't shower the first 2 days before you left? Canada didn't shower.
Because wait.
Fucking
Jay,
grease monkey.
Jay told me.
Because she's a grease monkey.
Jay told me that we were gonna be able to shower at the marina in
Port Renfrew.
and then it turned out they didn't even have
Their
like
shower was
washrooms.
closed. No, the shower was
They didn't have any showers,
no shore power. And
no shore power,
no
and
fresh water except on the fishing dock.
yeah, so I didn't get my shower there. So then I also didn't shower the day before that, and now it's day 3 at sea. So yeah, that's 5 days. Ew.
She's thriving in this environment.
I actually don't mind it. That sounds gross, but I actually don't mind it that bad.
She looked at me, no joke, this morning. She's like, I'm gonna grow out my armpit hair.
Because what other better time? I'm away from everyone.
How's the food?
You've outdone yourself, Jay. Look at this. Luxury. I'm used to ship's biscuits and grog.
And grog.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh. Hi! Hi, babies!
And we're gonna ease the main. Ease the vanilla. Are you quick, son? Yeah, they're playing at the bow. No, look at this, they're right here. There's one right here. You can see it through the water. If you come, hun, clip in though, please. All right, well, it wouldn't be a sailing channel if we didn't get dolphins playing at the bow now, would it? Hun, come forward, clip yourself. How's that, hun? They're all over the place. They're all over.
Oh my god!
See, that's the real way to see dolphins, not in an aquarium. Where they actually belong. In the wild. Oh, honey. You like them? You came to say hi. Yeah, they like playing in the bow wake. That's a good omen.
It's like the most beautiful moment of my life.
Aw, that's so nice. Early morning of day 4 out here. About to have sunrise. I don't think you can see me. How about now? Ooh, look at me with my red light. So we're going like, we're almost beating upwind, but not really. But it's still nice. Just trying to get some easting a bit now because we are quite far offshore, and obviously the coastline does come in toward, actually curves to the east really. So like actually Ensenada is 116 west and we're at 127. So obviously we have, you know, 16 days to make that easting, but we want to slowly start beginning doing that. So we're going like 140, 150 right now. So we're going southeast. And yeah, it's going good. The wind's kind of fluky tonight. We have a lot of little squall lines everywhere. We just passed a big one over there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's quite a bit of clouds over there. This all went through us. But figured I'd bring the camera out because I think we're gonna have an epic sunrise. Currently day 4, now on the coast of Oregon, and very light wind conditions, but we're still making between 3 and 4 knots right now. So we're about to watch a movie, and I just noticed Harry here. I just lent him a book, Swell, which is a good sailing book, and he used the main sheet as a bookmark. I don't know if things get more salty than this.
I had a feeling we won't be using it anytime soon.
Yeah, no, not right now. I think this is us for a bit. I looked at the Iridium Go there and downloaded some grip files earlier at noon, and it looks like tomorrow we'll be getting some stronger winds in the 15 to 20 knot range starting tomorrow afternoon. More downwind too, so might have to set the pole out again and do a little wing on wing action, probably with a reef Genoa and the full main, and then, you know, roll down seas. All right, let's watch a movie. Oh! The dolphins are back. They've been here like multiple times today already.
How far they're coming?
Yeah, there's a bunch coming from out there. They're jumping at the bow. Ooh! There's so many, hun. All right, now we can be a Hallmark movie. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Dude, you gotta come check it right at the bow. Come see this from the bow, man. It's so worth it. Like, you gotta experience it. It's really cool. Just like lean forward and look down.
Look at them! Look at them all!
Like, they're just like jumping at the, like, look under the boat, like they're everywhere. Not too shabby, huh? Not too shabby for the Oregon coast and end of September either. Wilfred's doing a great job steering. Thanks, mate. We just finished having carbonara pasta for the second day, and we're watching Pirates of the Caribbean. And now Dolphins came to say hi.
All I gotta do is buy a sailboat, guys. It's this easy.
Yeah, pretty glorious day at sea. But don't forget, it also comes with previous episodes where we had to unclog a pipe full of shit and piss the day before we had to leave on this trip.
This Steve. This Steve.
Yeah. Well, so close, huh? It's right there. It's right there. Holy shit, it's so close. That's so cool. Oh, that was rad. Did you get that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Holy.
I just caught his fin.
finally got a fish, people. Oh, daddy.
Come on.
I don't know why, but I just had the
Jesus,
feeling to just tug at it.
Yeah, move this over
No
there.
curry tonight.
Yeah, we might have tuna sushi. Holy fuck, it's a big boy. Holy shit, girl.
Oh. Yeah, keep going. Don't mind me.
Oh, he's pulling.
Yeah, that's like heavy.
Yeah, and this is 60
I like
pound line.
felt it.
And we're not going that fast right now, so that's good because
No, you can genuinely tell.
Out, He's probably been on there for a bit.
I felt like kind of a nudge when I was sitting at the helm, like.
Oh, there he is. I see him.
Yeah, baby.
I need to give me some slack. Help me out, Harry. Come pull on this line.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Come on, you bastard.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I need that. I need that. Yeah, exactly. He puked up some fish.
What the hell?
Yeah, he puked up the fish. Okay, hold the line here, just so he doesn't go mental. We got one, boys and girls. Don't touch that hook for a while.
You okay?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
sporty.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yep.
You didn't hurt yourself?
No.
Just
Yeah,
It's tuna blood.
it's his
Tuna
blood. Okay, hell, look at this guy.
We're having sushi for dinner. Seriously, just put this underneath this here.
Oh, he gets to puke in my puke bucket.
Yeah.
We'll be puke brothers. How do you feel, Big Daddy?
I feel pretty goddamn good. I called it this morning too. I was like, today smells like tuna. There was a bunch of birds and we're like off Oregon coast now. And on my last trip here, we caught a bunch of tuna. So I was like, let's get some. And we bought everything to make spicy sushi rolls. So I'm stoked. I'm gonna marinate this in some sesame spicy mayo. And then we're gonna roll some sushi rolls for probably lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go put the chicken I just took out of the freezer back in the freezer because we were gonna have red curry, Thai curry, but we're not now. We're having Japanese food now.
That was funny actually. It's like the one thing that I've been craving with my seasickness. I was like, oh, I could just really have tuna rolls. Like, I'm so excited.
And this is what Harry caught. Eduardo the fish.
Hey, I was gonna eat that.
Yeah.
I guess this distance is fine for line, you know?
Oh yeah, it's perfect. It is good distance actually. Longer than that, just too much line to pull in without a reel.
Filleting fish, let's see.
Yeah, it's actually hard. Oh, it's so warm inside. That's such a weird thing. He's like hot. Feel it. Like, come feel this. I'm serious. It's like warm in there.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy? How freaking fresh that is. That's pretty cool.
Jay's up there wrestling with the fucking main. Oh, Jesus. I think he's got the worst of it. Oh, we had to lower the main. Yeah, one of the battens was caught behind a spreader. Kind of a weird thing, but I think he's figured it out.
It very much was not figured out. In fact, it was the complete opposite. Let's skip to the part where our course changed from going south towards Mexico to a detour east towards California. Something that we least expected.
Okay, so change of plan, folks. We almost lost the rig.
The fucking spreader's tied to the side here.
Our spreader broke on the main mast.
While we were filleting the tuna, I would say I rebuilt both spreaders on the mizzen. The main ones, I redid the mast and the spreaders looked good, but I was wrong. They weren't, well, the one wasn't. So it slashed. The bend, good thing we have a wooden mast so it can afford to bend. If we had aluminum mast, I'm scared. I'm afraid it would have critically failed. So it was a bit of a nightmare. Obviously the most windy situations we've been in for now. As you can see, we lost the spreader. We didn't film in the middle of the action because, as you can imagine, it was a freaking nightmare. Pardon my language. But yeah, we pulled through. Kenna did great on the helm. Harry fucking killed it up forward with me. yeah, like we can do a detailed explanation as to what we did. So for now, we used two of our extra we used our main halyard. Taking the main down was an absolute nightmare because the track was kind of bent where the spreaders were. So that was interesting. As you can see, the rig is super loose. So we used initially and we were pulled out. So we had to drop the furl the genoa, and look how that's furled. But you know, when you're in an emergency, you're in an emergency. Then we dropped the pole, used the halyard for the pole to secure the rig tiny bit. And then we had to go upwind, but keep the wind a bit on the starboard side so we didn't lose the mast while we put the main down. Once we got that down, we used the main halyard as another stay to secure the mast. So I think now we're in a safe position to keep the mast. But suffice to say, we're not sailing straight to Mexico. We're gonna have to make port in Eureka probably for a couple days just to make repairs. And after that, we'll sail to Mexico. So maybe a sushi delay for today. And hopefully we don't run out of fuel. But good thing we have a mizzen mast and we can jerry rig a little mizzen, or sorry, a little furler, not a furler. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm so tired right now.
Jay was down below filleting our tuna that we were about to have. And I'll never forget, this is the first thing that crossed my mind, is Jay told me that it could be the best day of your life and the worst day of your life within a matter of seconds. And that literally happened like in a millisecond. Like we were about to eat tuna rolls. And now I was on the helm, and I was always terrified of being on the helm. I'm not too good at it, but I actually feel like I did pretty well. And I just saw the mast bending like an abnormal amount, and so I just asked Jay like what the hell that is about, and then he came up, and that's when we're like, holy shit, and then the shit show began. But anyway, we're gonna go and figure out some more shit.
Shows fuel past the top, it's because we're moving around, but I guess we're good for now. I'll probably add a 5 gallon just these days. So I just created like basically an emergency spreader. Obviously we wouldn't sail with that thing because you want the load to be spread at the same point, and I can't climb the rig. Obviously it would fucking break the mast probably with me swinging up there. So I was sitting here thinking what could I use. So I used one of our boat hooks that's like a solid one. I torqued it, turned it so it can't compress on itself under a normal load. And then I had to play with it until I found the right length where I could physically push it in there, but without it collapsing, but enough for me to like have the friction to hold it in place while I lash it. So that's what I did. I put it as high as I could, then I lashed it on the mast, lashed it on the stay. Then I used an extrusion from my furler that I had kept for emergency repair. So I lashed that on the boat hook and lashed it at opposite ends. That way it doesn't allow the boat hook to want to compress when I tensioned it. And then I removed the rigging pins from the turnbuckle and fucking tightened it on it until it was tight. So now there's no more movement at the top of the mast. Obviously I would not want to sail this thing under these emergency repairs. Obviously if we didn't have a choice, we would have to sail, but we're 130 miles right now from Eureka, California. Not the best port to go in an emergency because it's a river bar and you can only cross that slack tide, or else like it's notoriously a bad area. I've been in there once previous to this on a tall ship, but I mean it was in 2017 and I was not the captain of that boat, so I didn't put as much energy into researching it as I would if I was actually the one skippering the boat. So but we have a good friend ashore there, Mike Fortin. Shout out to you, bro. So I messaged him on sat phone, and he he contacted basically the Coast Guard there, Marina, looked up all the tides for us because we weren't planning on making landfall obviously in the States at all. We were planning on going straight to Mexico, but now we'll have to go to Eureka, make some emergency repair, and then hopefully it won't take us long. We're gonna get there hopefully tomorrow. It looks like the slack tide is at 7:20 p.m. so we're gonna try to plan it for that. According to our ETA here, based on our current speed, we should be there with an hour to spare, so hopefully it remains that way because the conditions are not that great right now for being just motoring in swell and 20 knots wind. At least it's downwind, so we're surfing with the winds. I'll explain to you more when you're not hearing the engine in the background. But I'm extremely happy of how we reacted to this situation. Like it could have been a lot worse. Kenneth steered us perfectly. Harry jumped right away up there with me, like fucking guns blazing. We went straight to fucking action stations on here. All you ex-Navy folks out there know what I mean. But yeah, we made it happen. So with a crew of 3, that's pretty impressive in these conditions. But so really happy with the crew. Happy with the boat, all in all. I love wood, but I'm making these new spreaders out of aluminum. Crazy thing is, like 2 months ago, I built brand new spreaders for the mizzen because I had noticed that one of them was rotten. And I thought I did a pretty good job inspecting the main mast spreaders, and I guess I budged that up because obviously the port one failed. Which, funny enough, the one on the mizzen that was rotten was the port one. So I don't know if that, I don't know. But either way, they're getting both changed on the mast, and we're probably gonna go to aluminum. I'm gonna custom make them so they can't fail. They might not look as pretty, but they'll be cylindrical, strong shapes. So yeah, we're going with cylinders and triangles from now on, people. Stay in math class. And like Captain Ron says, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen out here.
Next on Sailing Sitka.
Four to 5 meter waves on your beam will fuck any boat up.
We're coming into Eureka, California. It's foggy as all hell.
This is actually the nuttiest goddamn entrance I've ever done.